Obama supports terrorism. Well, of course President Obama doesn't support terrorism. Of course he does not. But the way it looked to Egyptians when we were supporting a terrorist, they presume we must, and our president must support terrorism. We know he doesn't, but they don't know that because this nation, this administration has supported terrorists in Libya, supported terrorists in Egypt, and is now trying to get support for terrorists in Syria. Another sign during the demonstrations, obviously for U.S. consumption. My dear American friend, when you get killed by terrorists, do not blame anyone but your President Obama and his administration. Well, that's ridiculous. When we're killed by terrorists in America, we should not blame the president. There may be negligence in America by many people when it occurs, as I believe happened with the Boston bombing. We were given information that was not properly utilized because of the handcuffing that has gone on within our FBI, within our intelligence community, within our State Department, and the purging of training material to keep, as one intelligence officer said, to keep us from being able to see who our enemy is. We have hurt ourselves in a terrible fashion in our ability to understand who wants to kill us. So I don't support any of these signs. I don't think they're proper. But I think it's important to understand what the people in Egypt are seeing and thinking so that we can give them the proper perspective on American people. This one is, you can't really read the whole thing, but it basically is making clear that this is not a coup, it's the people. Thanks to our great army supports our great revolution. And there are those who would say that, in fact, the October Revolution in the Soviet Union, which Lenin appeared there in St. Petersburg and persuaded some people to support his revolution. But that revolution, that little gathering would not have done any good. Historians know it was not until Trotsky went across to the military, across the river, and I've been there, and he got up on something and he starts speaking eloquently to the military. And once he convinced the military to side with Lenin, then there was a true revolution that occurred. Nobody called that a coup. It was a small handful of people around Lenin rising up, but they convinced the military to support the October Revolution. And as a result, there was a revolution and not just a tiny little uprising, which it would have otherwise been without Trotsky's eloquence. So that's why it's important to understand when 33 million in Egypt rise up, this is not an in-house coup. This is the masses of a great country rising up to say, we yearn to be free and we don't want a radical Islamist controlling our country. And it's important for people in the United States to understand